Got a lot of money, but it's not a lot of time. But I'm the man, I stress the best. It's like the hands of father talk. I hear it, take the clock and stop. But shit, the guap will always talk. Keep on
Welcome to another episode of the Anion Sports Podcast. I am Don Collins. I have enlisted people today for this very purpose. This is Bubble Things Part 2, baby. Part 2. Let's get it. All right. So now I just got to figure out how everybody else can get in here. And I hope they hurry up because we only got so much time. But before we get anything going, how you doing today, Nuri?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. It's good Sunday and got NBA playoffs today. Got some get my setup together.
Some bubble things. That's what I like to hear. All right. All right. Hold on. It's wait. Hold on. Hey, everybody come in. The bubble things. That's my boy LJ. From Florida.
What's goody?
Bubble things. Skyler. Oh my God, look at that puppy. Oh my God.
Yeah, we in it.
Yo, hey, everybody. I think this is all we gonna end up with today. So like I told Nuri, LJ, Skyler, I wanted to thank y'all for coming to part 2 of Bubble Things. This is crazy right now. So how I designed it and everything, how I want it to go, I personally got stuff I want to talk about. But it's similar to like the audio, not the audio, the Instagram live. It's like, I really want to hear what y'all got to talk about. And I want y'all to like provide different perspectives for stuff that maybe I wouldn't even think about. So we're going to go in order of youngest to oldest. So that means LJ, you got to pick first topic, what we talking about in Bubble Things.
Honestly, I'm going to go with something broad. I just want to talk about the bubble atmosphere in general. All right. I feel like the brand of basketball that's going on right now, the trash talking that's going on, like, I'm loving it. Like Patrick Bev, Dame, Paul George, Luka, and Trez, like, this is different. You see trash talking throughout the season, but I feel like the bubbles kind of amplified people's I guess, intensity, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost, I feel like you're taking it back 20 years. I feel like you're actually seeing dudes actually want to go at each other. And it's almost, I guess, like you said, like they said, this is going to be the most important championship, it's probably we've ever seen, because it's a different atmosphere in the bubble right now. Like, it's no fans. People are watching from their homes. There's no cheering. It's strictly, all about the mental. So you got to really dig deep and dudes are doing that, and you see it. Like, people want to win. I feel like you clearly saw it when Luka went down the other day and he was crying, because he couldn't be out there with his team. And I felt that, because I just feel like this basketball is going on right now. It's like it's deeper than basketball. With everything going on, like, people know that people are gonna want to watch the NBA, and people like Luka are impact people from their homes. So I just feel like the atmosphere right now is great, and I feel like it was definitely well needed during a time like this. So I kind of just wanted to shed some light on that, and see if y'all had a like mindset when it came to those things.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I noticed like this time is unprecedented. Nobody has ever seen anything like this. I don't think we ever will. And I think at this point, it's like you said, it's like you seeing who really want to win it. And for me, I'm gonna tell you straight up, the trash talking, the most impactful thing I've seen in the last couple of days since the first bubble things was when I saw Diana Taurasi literally say, "Hey, meet me in the lobby." Like, I'll be in the lobby right after this game. It's like you forget. It's not just like, oh, okay, we flying from Chicago to LA playing again. They all live together. Like, they're living together right now. So when I trash talk you, like, we could let it go. But imagine like Jamal Murray pulling up on Donovan Mitchell, and he had been talking crazy, going back and forth, and they right there in the lobby, like they right there poolside or whatever. So I think it adds a different layer to it. But then, like you said, everybody just trying to win, man. Like these, because that's the whole point of bubble things. Now I know I'm not the biggest hockey person, but I wanted to get into like the bubble space of all the 3 bubble leagues, and so it's just people just it's crazy. It's just completely different atmosphere. That's all I got. Skyler, Nuri. Wait, unmute yourself. You muted. Now, can we hear you? Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Wait, who's older? Who's older? Skyler, when your birthday?
October 9th. You know this?
Right, but wait.
Y'all all
95.
95. Right, LJ.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm messing with y'all, man.
That means Nuri, you the second youngest in here, then, right?
Yeah.
So Nuri gotta go. Nuri go first.
Come on, another topic or just input
Yeah,
on what?
yeah. I mean, you could come with that. Come with that. Let's just talk about that. What LJ just said, and you can roll into your next topic after.
So my opinion about the bubble, in my opinion, it kind of reminds me of like they're hooping in like the rec. For real. So like, I don't know if it'll be the same if they were like fans and the atmosphere is different. So it's like, of course they're gonna hoop different in my opinion. Also, it's Kobe's birthday today. I feel like the death of Kobe kind of inspired people to hoop better.
Right.
You know, because this is probably like this whole season overall, like the All-Star game is probably one of the best All-Star games we've had in a minute. So
Facts. That's a fact.
So like Kobe is a big impact in the NBA, you know, so I feel like the bubble is kind of cool. You get to see people actually like hoop instead of there's less distractions, I feel like. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Okay. Skyler. You muted again. Where you?
Yeah, you know you old. I know you old. You keep muting yourself.
I know. He normally be on Skype or something. He not really. I ain't never known him to use.
Stop playing. He be on MySpace on me. Go with it.
All right, yeah. Where you at? Turn it up.
Can you hear me?
Oh, he got the mic. That's what he did.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah.
You better talk into it. You better. Ooh. You better sing.
And
Right. You better figure it out. We only got so long.
Y'all not hear me?
We can when you.
We can barely. Yeah.
You tried to be too high tech today.
Okay, I'm just gonna have my mic right here, so but it's not seeing anything like that. Can you hear me? You guys can hear me clear right now?
Barely.
That boy whispering. He whispering. Wait, do whatever you just did.
Whatever you just did, do it.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Beyond me.
I'm crying.
You might have to shout the whole episode, man.
Right. Well, you better. Have you tried turning it off and back on?
You know.
I figured out my problem.
Okay. What you do?
Can you not turn the volume up on this?
Turn it up, coach. He's gonna make me get up. Hold on. Make sure my stuff is right.
All right, how about now?
Oh, it's about time. It's about time.
It was low as I don't know what. I didn't even notice.
Here we go. All right. So yeah, how you feel about the bubble atmosphere?
Bubble atmosphere, it's kind of cool. At first, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get used to watching this like this with no fans at all, because the crowd is a big part of the interaction with the players, and a lot of players get momentum from the crowd. A lot of players feed off the crowd, so it's interesting to see how these NBA players are going to be able to get their motivation. What are they going to look for to really get them going and get them strive in a game to really get them to play better and stuff like that. So it's been very interesting. I mean, some games is everything as so far has gone. I suppose like the series have gone as probably as expected so far, but you know, it's interesting to see if like there's gonna be like a major upset throughout these playoffs because of this bubble, because there's no home court advantage. There's none at all whatsoever. So it's interesting to see like how the playoffs are going to play out, and how my Mavericks going to do. You know, because I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan. For people that don't.
We gonna get to that. Oh, we
hate to see it.
Right.
Hate to see. Man, look, bro.
Okay. So we talk the atmosphere. So now that the stage is set, talking about the atmosphere, Nuri, what we talking about now? What you got for us?
I want to talk about that WNBA. You know.
Yeah. Speak on it.
I wish I watched it like in the past, like when I was younger. But like now it's like everybody's hooping. Everybody. Like it's almost to the point where the people that were like so-called like superstars back in the day are kind of getting scored on by like the rookies that are coming in now. So it's
right.
I don't know, it's like the WNBA is evolving. I'll say that, like, for sure. The bubble might have an impact on that as well. But based off like the highlights and everything I've been watching off of them, they're definitely hooping. So definitely hooping. Definitely worth the watch. Yeah, just because they're not dunking, I don't feel like they should be looked down on or anything.
Right.
They're still pro players, you know?
No, absolutely. I've been on this wave for a little bit, and I feel like it's getting to the point where I almost feel not weird, but like I've always felt like, hey, we never have to like differentiate between like we watching basketball. Like the difference between the leagues, like it's almost like sometimes it's an afterthought, and that's wrong. And I feel like we getting better, but like too many times they say, "Oh, basketball's back," and it's like, dog, you just tweeted that from like ESPN's account, and I'm sorry, but the WNBA been playing like they already started, and it's just a culture shift in our country that has to occur. But for me, that personally started when I went to college, and it wasn't that like I ever disrespected women's hoops, but it was just like you can be ignorant while also being not being insensitive on purpose. But like I had my teacher in college tell it to me when she said, "Hey, I'm doing my Final Four." I was like, "Who y'all got in y'all Final Four?" And she said, "Yeah." She said something like, "Yeah, which 8 teams?" And I said, "Wait, huh?" And then she was like, "Yeah, because there's 2 Final Fours that occur." I was like, "Oh my God, I feel like an idiot." Not because it's just like we're conditioned to not even be paying attention. Like that's what's crazy. So we got to retrain, especially this masculinity dominant society. We got to retrain our brains, and that's what I've been in the process of doing. And when I tell you, like you said, they man, these games lit. LJ, we went to a game. We went to a game last year. Like my first ever WNBA game, I got to see Maya Moore hoop. And it's like, nah, she don't even play because she's doing her thing off the court with the social justice reform and helping people out in that arena. And
her team is still hooping. And
everybody's still hooping, right? It's like, man, we getting some new play. Like, I'm sitting here like, damn, can we get some fans back? Because I would love to go see the Sky. Man, I'm trying to tell you, since they had Elena Deladon, I've been on that. But they was out in Rosemont. Now they in the city. And I'm telling you right now, I gotta save my pennies. I gotta give me a Gabby Williams jersey. I can't play around. I can't.
Bro, you're crazy.
I'm just telling you how it is. But with that being said, like the bubble provides the same interesting dynamics for this league, and then you think, man, this league is as old as we are. Well, not you, LJ, but like is as old or older than we are. So people like to compare revenues and popularities and ratings, and I'm like, nobody, television didn't even exist when the NBA started. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fair. So what we need to do is we need to appreciate these hoopers and put some respect on their names. So I got. Hey, look, I'm telling you, get WNBA League Pass. Get WNBA League Pass because the NBA League Pass, I'm out here, man. I need my money back from that. What they did for me this year. Need my money back from that. But
this boy,
I'll be interested to see what'll happen, what the city's reaction will be when the Sky win the WNBA championship. Because we the city of Chicago ride hard for every team that we got that win a ring. So I'm trying to see what they do. You know, right now we talking about.
Haven't had a whole lot of chances to celebrate. You know,
Man, if you don't calm down, you're not about to do this on the Bubble Podcast. Right? But it's like they roll for the Cubs. The Sox are getting everybody hyped right now. When it was the Hawks' turn, so I'm trying to see how we handle. Like, if a team wins a championship, if a team wins a championship right now, what's that celebration going to be?
Notice you ain't say the Bulls though.
Man, no, hell no.
They're trash.
Man, I didn't say nothing about the Bulls.
that's why I said what I said.
Hey, I understand. But like for real, what's going? You know, not to hijack your topic, but I think if it's not, I hate to say it, but if it's not the White Sox, what's the team that's got a chance to win the chip? Who been playing better than the Chicago Sky?
Nobody.
Right. So
I mean,
we're gonna have to get ready. Pop some champagne.
Yeah.
But LJ, any comments? What you got?
I mean, honestly, so I'm gonna touch on this kind of from a up and coming Hooper's perspective, right? So a lot of us watch the NBA. We say we like LeBron. You know, we like to watch, you know, Curry, Luka, this and that, right? But I think that, and I just tweeted about this, is like I don't understand why the WNBA is not getting more like publicity from the public. Like, these women are dogs, yo. Like, the footwork and these different actions and plays that they're running to get open because they're not as athletic.
Speak on it.
Oh, it's a scheme, fam. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The only difference between WNBA and NBA is the fact that dudes can dunk. That's the only difference. A female can do anything that a dude can do.
Speak on it.
Like, we're seeing. Okay, so let's talk about Luka Doncic's rookie season, right? Came in killing. I mean, doing stuff that, you know, we hadn't seen a rookie do in a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? Sabrina's first game.
Hey, speak
Yo.
on it.
Oh, yes, I was thinking about Sabrina.
Sabrina's first game. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know the exact stat line, but I know she had like 28 and like something else, almost a triple-double. Come on, fam. How from an up-and-coming like Hooper perspective, like, we need to be watching these. Like, you can learn something from females. Like, I know females that will work dudes one-on-one, bro. Like,
I mean, but like it's to the similar point is that like it's 364 players in the NBA bubble, right? Those are the only people that get a check, other than only people in America that's getting a check and on TV and all of that and can dunk. And how many times you see Chris Paul throw down? I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it in the book. If it was just athleticism, like as athleticism fades as a male basketball player gets older in terms of being able to dunk, it's like all the guys that can dunk and everything. It's like, what you gonna do for me? Like, once you, all right, cool, you could dunk. What you gonna do after that? All that. What happened? Name a dunker and tell me somebody that's an NBA champion just because they were able to dunk. You still, it's so much. You talk about, like you said, like the footwork, the skills that are necessary to handle, the shooting, everything else. I can't dunk. So what do I work on to become a better basketball player?
I mean, Vince Carter is a prime example. I mean, super uber athletic dude when he first came in the league. Longevity is what matters. You got a jump shot. Sam was shooting his left hand in game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's longevity. Like, look at LeBron. Came in the league, most athletic dude. Now had to get a jump shot. Had to learn how to really. I mean, he had other facets of his game, but that jump shot and making people like earn that respect for his 3-point shot is what is like giving him longevity to be able to keep going and keep going. Right. Now, you know, keep in mind he works on his body, this and that, woo woo. Yeah. But
you get out
the skill set is what's taking you past, you know, the 30s. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of like what people, you know, you hit 30 and you're like, all right, he don't really got it. He's not athletic. But look, if you can shoot, come on, Jamal Crawford's still in the league. Carmelo still in the league. They disrespected my boy out here killing off straight jumpers, yo. I ain't gonna lie. It's really simple, fellas. Hit open shots. And that's all Melo. 11 points, but there might be the most clutch 11 points of the game.
For real. But that's why I'm glad Nuri brought it up. I'm glad LJ you had a perspective on it, because there's been times in my life I done told people like I'm going home, the WNBA game's on, and people laughing at me. Like they real life sitting there like, you serious? And I'm like, yeah, dude, like you're not like these games are lit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? And so it's not like superficial, and I'm not trying to just plug something that I don't even, how some people, they just, hey, go watch this. And they don't even watch it themselves. Like, I genuinely am sitting here, like, enjoying watching. It's a team. It's a team. I'm telling you straight up, I'm watching Chicago Sky basketball before I cut on some MLS, before I cut on Sox games, before I cut on damn near some Bears games. We for real. Like, good team.
We know they definitely not win no championship. So
no,
they not even.
No.
They exile from Chicago sports.
Maybe. But no. We're keeping it in the bubble. Skyler, what you got? WNBA. Let's wrap this up.
Now, WNBA, I gotta be honest, I have not paid attention as much as I should be to the WNBA. But the one thing that caught my eye for sure that you talked about, LJ, was Sabrina girl, because she was very hyped up coming out of college, and the first game she goes off like that. I was like, whoa, like, okay, like rookies don't do that. Rookie players do not do that. And so it's like the WNBA is like, you have to pay attention to them, because you never know when you're seeing the next biggest superstar coming up, and she might be the next one. I mean, she could be the next Maya Moore or Lisa Leslie, or one of those kind of girls that's like becomes big time, becomes an icon, and you want to be there from the jump to see how she progresses throughout her career. And it's very, very interesting to see how she does, because, like I said, very hyped up player coming out of college. I think she had the co-sign from Kobe, if I'm correct.
Oh yeah, that's man. Even yeah.
Today is his birthday too, man.
Today is Kobe's birthday. So I know that everybody in here, whether we play basketball or whether we just watch, or whatever our relationship with just human beings on the planet, everybody know Kobe, and this is Kobe's birthday. Tomorrow is Kobe Bryant Day. Man, I just got one time for Kobe and for Gigi. And for everybody else that was in that tragic accident. But yeah, man. Yeah. He was champion for women's sports, specifically women's basketball. And I'm reading a book now, Relentless by Tim Grover. And he was just saying that there are certain people that do everything the same way. Like, whether you brushing your teeth, you trying to brush your teeth the best of the best, like whatever. And Kobe was one of those people. And it was that drive and that passion that, if he didn't attack everything with the same ferocity, it's sad to say he'd still be alive today. But he was putting his all into helping his daughter become the best player that she could be, and being a champion for women's sports. And unfortunately, on that day, that just it was his time. God had to call him home. But I took from that, we got to pick up the torch. We got to be the ones to say, hey, look, all these young girls, they should have the same opportunities as the young boys that want to play basketball. And as they progress and become young adults and athletes and adult athletes in their league, not saying we got to sit down and watch every single game, but how easy is it to just tune that brain in and retweet some highlights and shout out or whatever? Because one day I'm going to have a daughter, and I'm not going to tell my daughter that she can't be nobody. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and tolerate none of that. And it don't got to be your daughter. It don't got to be your mom. It don't got to be your sister. Just respect. That's all. That's my thought on it. So, Kobe, we feel your presence, man. Everything we do, Mamba mentality.
Thanks.
So, Skyler, I know what I want to talk about, and I know what you want to talk about, and they're related. So, like, I don't really want to like say it first, but we're gonna talk about this Mavs Clippers series.
Yes, sir.
I got a gripe with a certain star player, or they call him a star. All right, and sometimes you just when you trade it for 7 first-round picks, a young guard and a former All-Star or All-Star level guy, you don't do the things that Paul George do. You don't do the things that Paul George do.
Just had this conversation done, bro.
You don't do the things that Paul George do. Now, for me, look, I do not necessarily care about bad games because I'm the type of person where, dude, if you open and I can get you 10 open shots and you miss all 10, the first thing I'm gonna tell you is, bro, keep shooting. Keep shooting because you getting open for a reason. You got to make those. Keep shooting. Stats are crazy. They only matter with context. Now, my gripe has been this. All year, I done talked about the Lakers being the favorites to win the championship. I do not think anything has changed. All I've done is the bubble has made everything crazy. Just you get blown out one day and it's just, damn, I just woke up on the wrong side of the hotel bed today. My biggest issue with Paul George is not that we expect him to do great things as the second best player on a championship caliber team. It's that this man lying to us. He's lying to us. He is not the man that you think he is. Playoff P is a mirage. It does not exist. If you playoff P, you could not have been out of the first round no times since 2014. Playoff P is not playoff and out after one game, one series. My thing is as a competitor, as a person who wants to always, if we competing, I want to get rid of you. I want to beat you so bad that you don't even think that it's not a competition. Period. Now we could be cool before, we could be cool after. We lock in. I'm trying to murder you. Like that's how I am. To see this man say to the comment on his scoring, I'm no James Harden. That's not my knack. This man said that's not my knack. You know, I impact the game in other ways, et cetera, et cetera. The first thing I said was, "Are you dead ass? Is that really what you just said? You got traded for 7 first-round picks. You saying you not James Harden? Let's go get him then. Let's go get him. Right. They traded for him. My biggest thing is that Luka Doncic has been the best player in this series. And I know what I said. I watched that first game. I watched the second game in full. The third game, I kind of missed a little bit in the beginning. And so I saw that was the Clippers win. I truly think the Mavericks should be up 2-1 at minimum.
Yep.
At minimum, because I watched them kick Kristaps out of the game for the softest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Ever. So back to Paul George. So is James Harden not an all-around superstar that's a walking triple-double that is the engine of his team?
Yeah.
So what he mean he's no James Harden? If he was James Harden, they would be up 3-0 in the series with no shot. Yep. Because that team desperately needs a ball handler that's going to help make Kawhi get easier shots and apparently help Pandemic P get his shots up.
Pandemic P.
He can't be playoff P. I'm just telling you straight up. It's not a stat thing. It's not a stat thing. It's not a production thing. It's a simple mentality thing. You will never catch me talking about not just my peer, but somebody that you're going to have to get through to go to an NBA championship saying that I'm not him. I'm not him. You know, my team needs me to do other things. They got guys that's going to defend. They got guys that's going to rebound. They got guys that's going to set up other guys. They need you to put the shots in, bro. You're not James Harden, but you taking 20 shots per game, bro. You better be somebody. You can't be whatever the hell 4 for 17 is, bro. That ain't it. And I was never on that with you, Paul George. I was never on that until you got on there with yourself. Because he been talking. Look, he was talking crazy to Dame. Now it's always excuses. Dame hit that shot on him. Dame hit that shot on him. That's a bad shot. Just say it's a good shot and move on. Just say he put it in, move on. You getting on Instagram with your face like this,
right?
But now all of a sudden that ain't my job. That's not who I am. I'm not that guy. That's not my role. Excuses. Get off social media. Paul George damn near. If I tweet this out, Paul George damn near be offended and start subtweeting me. Like, are you serious? This is the same problem I got with KD. Get off the internet, man. Go hoop. We can talk about this extra all the time, man. Go hoop. Because if they should be down 3-0. They should be down 3-0. At the minimum, it should be 2-1.
I don't know if we would get the last game because Luka got hurt. But because he had still had a triple-double, but he had like 13, 10, and 10. But he wasn't having his typical Luka game, I would say. But that game one, we should have won because that Kristaps Porzingis ejection was the dumbest thing, the softest thing I've probably seen on
ever.
Like that was ridiculous that they kicked him out of that game. And then I actually looked up yesterday what Trey said to Luka Doncic, and there was some racist stuff, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
It was something towards Luka because he's from I'm forgetting exactly where Luka's from.
It's okay. We don't really.
But it was something, I don't know how Trez even noticed, but like it was something towards him and towards Luka and his culture that's racist towards him. I'm like, we got to keep. I know, like I said, we're all about Black Lives Matter. But we got to keep that same energy. We got to keep that same energy. We got to keep that same energy. When someone's being racist towards about something, we gotta call them out for that. Like that's uncalled for. Like you can't do stuff like that.
My thing is that what I've been noticing a lot recently is that it's exactly like that. Like how we gonna come hard for the Black Lives Matter but then like something like that. And to me, it was one of those things that not a lot. It takes a lot of stuff to trigger me. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't heard everything. I mean, we didn't grew up in a different time, different era. Like people have really, the expectation of what we can and cannot say has really shifted in my lifetime. And so what Montrezl Harrell said is something that you didn't heard at the rec, you didn't heard at the barbershop, you didn't heard everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But at what point, like somebody said, if it was reversed, Luka suspended, bro.
Right.
Yes.
Like borderline, like out the league, like losing endorsements. It's just like if it's reversed. And so that's where, especially I've noticed, especially as Black men, it's like we almost create this double standard, where it's like, oh, you can't do this to me. But then it's like, it's particularly when it's going back the other way, and also to women, it's like, yeah, but yeah, and that's not cool. That's not cool. And I gotta remind myself too. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But like at first, I was like, "What? Okay, what did Montrezl Harrell say?" And then I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense." So that's a good point. Just another reason for why I'm pulling for the Mavericks, man.
Luka's playing Game 4 too.
He is.
Oh, he is. I haven't seen a report yet. I didn't get the report yet.
Notification now.
That is the one thing that did happen about bubble things. Some games are going on right now, so I can't even, what do you want me to do? I had to pick the time we could all get together. But I guess my question is for you, Skyler, how y'all gonna win this series?
Really, it's gonna come down to,
or can y'all?
I think we can win this series. I think we can. We've really honestly outplayed the Clippers most of this series. We've actually outplayed them. It's just, I think there's two main problems I have right now with the Mavericks right now. I have a major problem with Maxi Kleber, and I have a main problem with Porzingis not getting in the freaking post. Those are my two biggest issues with the Dallas Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, because he's not making any shots at all. I understand that he's defending Kawhi Leonard, but he's not even stopping Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is averaging 35 points per game in this series. And I would say give some credit to Finney Smith on guarding Paul George, even though Paul George he's not playoff P at all. Like that is
pandemic P.
Pandemic P. Excuse me, he's pandemic P now.
Pandemic P.
But we got to give some credit to Finney Smith though, because he's a good defender and he's been doing his thing as well. But Maxi Kleber, I don't know if it's just because he's having a hard time trying to defend Kawhi Leonard or what, but he's giving us nothing on the offensive end, and it's hurting us offensively. It's hurting us offensively, scoring wise, and it kind of disrupts the flow of our offense sometimes because like people are leaving him open. Even though he can shoot the three, he's capable of shooting three, but he's shooting like Danny Green in the playoffs right now. He's not making anything. And Porzingis, he's 7'3", bro. And the same thing that they sometimes get on Anthony Davis about, but he will actually go and do it. He just sits and takes jump shots the whole doggone game. I know he's good. I know he has range.
Wait.
What?
You know he's frustrated when he starts hitting the table.
Yes, because it pisses me off. It pisses me off that Porzingis does. Porzingis should be the best big man in the game as big as he is and how talented he is, bro. It makes no sense. My man will get a 6'3" Patrick Beverly on him, right?
Yeah.
At the top of the key, we'll do one back down dribble and face up and shoot. I'm like, boy, if you don't back him down to the hole and dunk on his head top, please. Like it pisses me. But we could really Porzingis really should dominate because there's no one on the Clippers that can guard him. There's no one on the Clippers that can guard that man. Tell me a dude that can guard that man. No one. They're having issues guarding Boban right now. They can't guard Boban. He's 7'4". He don't shoot jumpers. He's just going down to the hole and just dominating in the paint. That's what I want Porzingis to do along with the jump shots. If he does that, bro.
It's funny you say that because honestly, if he establishes himself in the post, that'll free up his jumper, and then that'll free up other people, and then Luke can get in the paint, and they can start getting. Yes. And like you said, I know Maxey hasn't been hitting shots, but like I said, it's all about hitting open shots. So if he can at least hit some open shots and give you 9, 12, 15 points a game, that's when stuff starts flowing, and then they start taking off.
Yes, that's the thing that's annoying because in the beginning I really did not want the Clippers. I was like, the Clippers. It's like I don't know if I really.
You felt like you had to pick them, didn't really want to pick them.
I would have rather gone against Denver because you see how Utah handling them.
They got me looking dumb from the last bubble thing. Man, they got me looking stupid.
Exactly. So like, I just want. If those two things can sure up, and if Luka is really healthy, like you said, Nuri, like he's playing tonight and stuff like that, then like I think we can win this series. It's probably going to go 6 or 7. It has to go 6 or 7 games now because we're down 2-1. But I think we're capable of pulling off the upset. I think we're capable of doing it. Any team in the playoffs, I think we have the best chance to do it out of any team. I don't think Portland really gonna upset the Lakers like that. I think the Lakers they just too good defensively.
Speak on it.
Yeah, like
speak on it.
Because Dame Lillard did he even score in the fourth quarter last night? I don't even think he even scored in the fourth quarter last night. So like I mean, Melo was the only productive dude in the second half for him.
Speak
Melo, a dude that was people wanted out of the league. A dude that people wanted out of the league.
Vintage.
And him and Braun were having a classic back and forth last night.
Oak Hill versus St. Mary. Speak on it.
Like, I just see the Mavericks as the team that could really pull off the upset. I didn't think that going into the series, but now seeing them play each other, it's like it's actually possible. It's actually very, very possible. So let's see.
So it's funny you say that. So I want to know who is like the number one sleeper that can win a championship. Like we know the Lakers, Clippers, maybe Celtics, but like who could sneak in there and at least play for the championship that nobody thinks can?
The Rockets.
Is that really a sleeper?
I think so because then people feel like they don't have a big man.
So?
What do you mean so?
That's the point.
They got James Harden.
That's the
They
point.
got James Harden, and the way they've been playing, I know they lost yesterday. That's because James Harden fouled out, and then Chris Paul decided to go crazy. But like they've been handling the Thunder easily. Other than that game, they've been handling the Thunder quite easy in that series, and I'm like, they don't even have Russell Westbrook to really push the pace on the Thunder like that, and they're beating the Thunder easy. And the Thunder are a very good team. They're very talented team.
But that's the point. They don't have a big man because like that's their style of play.
Yeah.
Like if you had two traditional bigs, we wouldn't say, well, can they win? Like, you know, they got two really good bigs. Like, but that's almost the same thing in the modern NBA. You can't play with two bigs. So like
the Blazers are trying to do it right now.
and it's fine. That's cool. Honestly, they got the most they might have the best like traditional roster I've seen. They got a good team, bro.
Yeah.
It's just it's not gonna work against this Lakers team, I don't think.
No.
It's just not. But if I had to say the sleeper team to win a championship, the Toronto Raptors. Real talk.
Yeah.
It's not a sleeper in the traditional sense because they are the defending champions. But I had this point. I said the Toronto Raptors last year, if you take them, you know, Kyle Lowry, Van Vliet, Kawhi, Siakam, Gasol, and they played the Clippers from this year, Kawhi, Paul George, whichever big, Lou Will, and them. I think the Raptors last year bust their ass. Like by double digits every single game. Like it's not close. The only thing that would even be comparable is Kawhi. So what does that mean? That means the Raptors from last year were trending towards underrated. Like everybody want to make fun of Lowry. Van Vliet everybody respected him for hooping, but he really came alive. Siakam was out there making shots I didn't know people could make. You got Gasol being him, and it's like we let them become a laughing stock because they couldn't beat LeBron. And the core of that same team, just minus DeRozan, minus Valanciunas, they won a championship. They still have that core, so they got to get past the Celtics because that's my pick to come out the East. They got to get past the Celtics.
I'm gonna be real.
Milwaukee. Yeah, the Celtics came out the East.
Yeah, they're the best team.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wait, who better?
Oh, hold on.
Who better?
I
like Jason Tatum is hooping.
Jason Tatum, the best player in the conference.
He's hooping.
Do you like Boston's bench?
What I need the bench for? Do you see those?
What you need the bench for?
The bench is almost the reason. Bro, the bench is almost the reason why the Toronto Raptors even won a championship last year.
I'm not talking about the Raptors. I'm talking about the Boston Celtics.
I know, but I'm saying, without the Celtics having a bench, they're not going to make it past the Lakers, bro. You have J.R. Smith, Deion Waiters, Danny Green.
No. I'm saying to come out the East.
Come out the East.
To win, I got the Lakers over everybody.
I know, I understand that, but I'm saying, coming out the East, they're not going to beat the Raptors. Right now, I'm telling you, they're not going to beat the Raptors. They're not.
Yeah, I agree. They're not beating the Raptors. I'm saying I think the Bucks are going to the finals. Is what I'm saying.
For what?
What?
The Milwaukee Bucks against the Lakers.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't know.
If the Bucks play the Lakers,
and the Lakers, it's a different conference. They'll play it's the West versus the East. LJ, you got
right. No, I'm talking about the East. I'm talking about the.
Yeah, we're talking about strictly the East. Yeah, strictly the East.
The Eastern Conference side. Right now, if I was putting money on it, I'm taking the Celtics over everybody. And the only team that I think could beat them is the Raptors. I think whoever wins that Raptors-Celtics series next round is going to come out of the East.
Yeah, okay, that's valid. Because Milwaukee's not even.
All I'm saying is you said Milwaukee.
Okay, what's wrong with Milwaukee? What's wrong with Milwaukee?
Their best player. When he's not, when you wall him off in transition, he sucks.
Whoa,
if Giannis doesn't have a good game, they're not gonna win. They have no other pieces to help.
No, make him shoot.
Chris Middleton's hot garbage right now. He's worse than Paul George right now. Like, who is Chris Middleton for the Milwaukee Bucks? He played.
That's been pretty
Yo.
bad. But I think they're taking Orlando Magic lightly. I think just taking Orlando. I think they don't take Orlando seriously like that.
You getting your ass bust just because you take them lightly?
Yes, that can happen. That happened. That's what happened. Game 1. I think they took Orlando lightly in that game, and they got beat.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Wait,
what?
They're not that good.
I don't think so either.
They're not that good.
Bro,
Their best player just is a freak, and he has a ton of energy.
Bro, when Pat Connaughton's your third best player, you're not a good team.
Put them in the half court, bro. What they doing?
I would say
man?
DiVincenzo or Eric Bledsoe before Pat Connaughton.
That's my point.
What if Eric Bledsoe been playing like trash?
That's my point. They have
Chris Middleton's garbage.
They have
like
flaws.
The reason why they're winning is because Giannis is like their team right now, and Orlando's trash.
If
like,
if he was 3 inches shorter and from Australia, he'd be worse than Simmons.
What's gonna happen when they play the Raptors or somebody like that, and you got Siakam on you, and then these other dudes, like they shutting that down.
You mean like what happened last year?
Yeah, right. Like so, I mean,
what's changed? Did Eric Bledsoe turn into Damian Lillard all of a sudden?
And here's the thing.
I think DiVincenzo is a lot better than y'all giving him credit for.
No, he is. Hey, he's a hooper. Bro.
I'm not. It's not to disrespect anybody. I'm just saying you're really good until you aren't.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I just don't see. I don't want my dad had the satisfaction because he's a Celtics fan and he think that they're going to the finals, whatever. But I just don't. I just think the Celtics are very top heavy though, because I mean you lose Gordon Hayward. It's the Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Kemba Walker, and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
What else you need? You just told me why they gonna win.
Yeah, they got 4 really good players, but like I mean, I think Toronto is better than the Celtics. I think it's going to be Toronto and Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's how it's going to go.
And I think that means the Raptors going back to the finals.
I think the Raptors go to the finals regardless.
I think the Celtics is going to come out. I really despise Kyle Lowry.
How can you despise Kyle Lowry, bro?
Look, they call and they say, hello. You just said some BS.
Kyle Lowry just be throwing up stuff.
And it be going in.
Yeah, going in.
It do.
It be going in. And it be making me mad because I swear he threw up a shot last year. That was the ugliest shot, and
I think I know what shot you're talking about.
Nobody said it. Nobody said it got to look good. It just got to go in.
It's got to go in. 2 points is 2 points.
Or 3, because he be shooting.
I mean, he got the Hall of Fame charge card for sure.
That's a
badge for sure.
That's a
Kyle Lowry.
But wait, we can't get too far ahead. This is only Bubble Things Part 2. Okay, we can't do too much. So we're gonna wrap it up today. But gentlemen, I appreciate it.
Lakers in 6.
LJ, Skyler, Nuri, Bubble Things Part 2. It's an Anion Sports production.